better understand this disease and with a little bit of luck, avoid similar things in the future. Thank you very much, Dr. Shenoy. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you, everyone, for having me and inviting me to speak today.
All right, best wishes to you.
Okay.
Thank you for everything.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Now, before I turn this over to Dr. Gilmore to close out our symposium, I would like to thank a few folks who were integral to this effort. First, Dr. Hannah Gavin, and then Ms. Julia Worcester, Dr. Ann Madden, Ms. Jennifer Berglund, Dr. Mike Gilmore, Ms. Izzy Baker, Mr. Brandon Endles, Ms. Jessica Mitchell, Mr. Tyler Garvin, and of course, our wonderful speakers and science artists. You all were fantastic in helping pull this together. This has been a real treat for me, and I hope a real treat for all of you who are watching out wherever you may be. Stay safe, take care of yourselves, and with a little bit of luck, we'll get to see each other in person and celebrate the amazing world of microbes. So thank you again. Dr. Gilmore, it is all you.
Thanks, Pete. All I can say is, wow. You know, if Erica has a mic to drop, what a note to finish the symposium on. I mean, we're all confronted with this daily, and to get those kind of insights into the problem is just fantastic. And so it really was a wonderful capstone to a really great day. Going into it, Pete, I had my concerns. I didn't know about technology, and sure, you know, evidently there's a reason for that. I was the only one who didn't fly entirely smoothly with technology, but all right, I'll learn. And you've sold me on it, pal. Yeah. Everyone else did such a splendid job, and it really was a great event. We had over 600 attendees. Can you believe that? You know, I have to say I'm personally a little disappointed because I was looking forward to a really nice dinner tonight with you and my friend Elizabeth Fozo, who I haven't seen for a couple years now, and others. And we won't do that, unfortunately. We'll have to do that sometime up the road. But that said, I enjoyed a wonderful talk by Elizabeth, and I got to see people from Brazil to Portugal today that we wouldn't have seen had we done it the other way. And so, you know, the audience was maybe 3 times what we usually have. And so I think this definitely has to be an element of all future symposia. So well done, my friend. And as you pointed out, Hannah and Julia really were masterful in working behind the scenes to get these things to work. So thanks to all of you for doing that. I would just say in closing to everyone, you know, one of the other things I really liked, Pete, was the art. You know, and that was, I think you and Ann maybe came up with that one. It's a really good idea. I thought it added a terrific element, and you know, art and science need to go together because art is the way that we allow people to visually conceptualize what we're trying to describe in obtuse words sometimes. So I thought that was again, I wasn't, you know, I just couldn't imagine that going into it, but I'm glad we have people who are more visionary than me, namely you, as a co-director to expand my pragmatic perspective on life. So well done, my friend. I would simply remind the audience that we do this yearly. In Boston, we think of it as the Saturday of the marathon weekend, and so so if you're not in Boston, consider it the Saturday of tax week or whatever. But look for us. Look at the MSI website, which is now resurging from the ashes and is up and functional. And Hannah will be posting, and Julia will be posting a lot of updates on that. So follow that closely. Contact Hannah and Julia to make sure you're on the mailing list so that you're fully apprised. We'll be restarting our Chalk Talks, our summer journal club, We've got BARN, the Boston Area Antimicrobial Research Network meeting that we postponed temporarily, but we hope to have that one way or the other. And now I'm thinking virtual maybe certainly will be a big element of that. That'll be sometime in the summer. So do watch the MSI website and make sure you have access to all of those things. So with that, I would simply close, Pete, by reiterating Erica's word transformative. This whole COVID event has necessitated people like me stretching to figure out Zoom and things like that, and still trying to figure out how to interface PowerPoint with Zoom. But it undoubtedly is transformative and something to think about. I can't imagine a world now where we won't have this as an important part of teaching, of communicating, of network, and staying in contact with our microbial sciences community. So transformative it is. And thanks to all of the speakers for absolutely wonderful talks. Speakers, the artists, the session moderators who did very nice jobs of organizing the questions. I thought it was brilliant, Pete. So with that, let me turn it back to you and just say, what a wonderful day. Wow.
Oh, thanks, Mike. That's really very kind. I mean, look, we work as a team, right? And we all have our strengths. You will raise the one, I will raise my
This is to you.
and thanks again to the amazing team of those in our MSI program office, the graduate students who stepped in to help, and especially thank you to the audience. We had hundreds and hundreds of you watching in from around the world, so it's been a real honor. I'm excited to do this again. So you all stay safe out there, be well, and let's just take a moment to celebrate the amazing world of microbes, and just take care of yourselves, and hopefully we'll get to see each other in person. Good night, everyone.
Well done, Pete.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, team.